Welcome back to the Gong Show. Like I promised, it's a busy day here today at the Gong Show. You know, we got EJ join us for the first time. Cha-Ching just got out of jail. She's back on the show with us.
Yep.
KP's over there. Had the migraine earlier. Now, are you feeling better?
Still have it.
Still have it, and that's, by the way, my nickname is the migraine. She's always got me. But today we have Laura Watson with us. Laura, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Now, you must be bored out of your mind that you're wanting to be on the Gong Show today. Is there nothing for you to do in Nashville at all? Like you just hanging out and doing nothing?
Oh, you know, I live my days just waiting to be on this show. I'm just like, please put me on the Gong Show.
Yeah, when people make it big, they make it on the Gong Show.
Hey, I feel honored then.
They might start out, being on Ryan Seacrest's show, and that's kind of small potatoes, but then they make it big. Big.
Gong Show.
Gong Show, Gong Show, Gong Show, exactly. We got to meet for the first time in Atlanta, and then coincidentally bumped into each other up in Wisconsin at another music festival. Mm-hmm. You are a singer-songwriter. You're out there doing your thing, and you have your own foundation. So maybe give us a bit of a kind of a summary of your foundation, kind of what zings you, what you get excited about, and then let's talk about what you said you wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, well, a little bit about me. I'm 20, and I'm pretty new to the Christian world, the scene. I mean, I've been a Christian for pretty much my whole life, been a believer. Yeah. But music scene, yes. And pretty new to that, and I just started a nonprofit called the Be1 Foundation, BEONE, meaning, we're just brothers and sisters are supposed to come together and help the people who need us out there. Mm-hmm. The quote, with great responsibility, you have great responsibility. With the more things you have, the more responsibility you have to take care of people.
Yep.
So my heart's really with the impoverished kids and just helping them in any way that I can, honestly.
I love it. Well, unfortunately, there's a lot of need. So I'm glad that God's calling you to do that. And apparently music is pretty popular.
Really?
EJ, did you know that?
Yeah, no, I had no clue.
EJ's Mr. Freestyle, and he's very gifted. But you're using music to have a platform to talk about what God's called you to do. But you texted me earlier and says, I'd like to challenge the audience to think more about how we can be a shining light to people around us in our world. So challenge us. Take us to what it is you want us to think about today on the Gong Show.
Yeah, I really just want to challenge everybody to follow your passions in life, because those passions are given to you by God. Your talents are given to you by God, and we're just meant to glorify Him by doing the things that we love. So, for me, He gave me the gift of music. So I'm like, okay, God, how can I use this to further your kingdom? It's all not about furthering our own kingdom, but furthering His kingdom. So how can we take the things that you've given us and glorify you with that? And so a lot of it, I think, is just listening to that little gut feeling you have. Sometimes a lot of us go, okay, God, like, what do you want me to do next? What's the next season for me? What do you have? What kind of work? And I think a lot of it is just listening to that little voice you have inside of you. It's the Holy Spirit. I believe it's the Holy Spirit over your intuition. It's totally the Spirit just nudging you, telling you, okay, just take a leap of faith. Just do what you think is going to serve the King. And as long as the Lord knows your heart posture, as long as He knows where your heart is when you take a leap of faith, even if it wasn't the right step, I think He honors that and He makes something beautiful out of our mess. So a lot of it's just faith and going exactly where you think He's leading you.
Mm-hmm. We don't quiet ourselves enough today, generally, to hear God's voice, and that doesn't maybe sometimes make sense, because isn't God big? Isn't He, because He's kind of this immense, omnipresent God, can't He kind of scream louder than the world? And yet that's the kind of the paradox of God, is that He doesn't want to have to scream.
Yeah, He wants to be chosen. He wants to be, we were designed to need Him. And so He knows He's needed, but He wants us to know that we need Him. And so just really pressing into Him, relying on Him. I think He likes to take certain things away from us, things that became idols in our lives, even things that we didn't even realize was distracting us from Him. He likes to take those things away so we refocus ourselves, and we have to rely on Him. Mm-hmm. That's all He wants.
Yeah, and I know the way you're explaining it, Laura, it sounds so simple, and it is simple. and yet we make it so complicated. We make it so drama. So I love your challenge today. This is, EJ's with us today for the first time on the show, and that's what I love about him, is that he cares so much about his friends and and even people that he doesn't know at his school, that he just really wants to make a difference. The same thing is with you, Cha-Ching. You want to make a difference. So great challenge today, Laura, for us to go out there, but to listen to what God's calling us to do, and then do it.
Just take a chance.
Love it. Well, we will talk to you again. We're going to try to make this a regular deal where you join us on the Gong Show, and we're so sorry that you have to do that you have to join the Gong Show. But again, when Ryan Seacrest calls, just let him know. I can't do it, Ryan. I got the Gong Show.
I have an appointment with the Gong Show. They're my peeps. I'm sorry. Sorry, Rye.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Thanks for having me. Have
Absolutely.
a good day,
We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.